Give us a minute to get all the phones and everything synced up, but we are live and worldwide. I can't wait. Let's see here.
So you probably shouldn't put a dip in my mouth right about now then. Okay.
Well, I mean, that would be optimal. Here we are. I'm going to share this. And you guys can share this post now. You guys should be able to look at the event and see it. I just shared it. Let me know if you have any problems before we get going here. I see somebody else coming in. And the chat is live, so if you drop a comment in the chat, it will come up. We will respond. We're just going to verify that Gunny and Bob have the stream in front of them, and we'll rock and roll. Renee Fuertes is checking in. That's a good sign.
Awesome.
Hey, Renee. I'll call you later, bro. I got to talk to you about something.
All right, Gunny coordinating over the stream. Let me know when you all can see it, and we'll rock this thing. Can you all see it?
Oh, yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. And while I'm talking and introducing you all, just go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Okay, my name is Travis. This is Oscar Mike Radio Live. So the show this week that I'm doing drops at 8 o'clock with World War II veterans, Veterans Kitchen, Veteran Brothers with MC, and the city of Fall River. But now, live, maybe we'll do this. I have on the screen Bob Savin and Gunny James Shore with Irreverent Warriors Boston on the live stream right now to talk about the hike going on this weekend. Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us, Travis.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Good
awesome.
to see you, brother.
Yes, likewise. And if you're watching this, like, share. Sharing is caring. Let's get the sharing out there. So for people that don't know, tell us a little bit, so I can get this shared on my side. Tell us a little bit about what Irreverent Warriors is, and then we'll talk about the hike. Somebody go.
Go ahead, Jim.
So the mission statement, I think, says a lot about Irreverent Warriors and what we're trying to accomplish. The mission is to bring veterans together using humor and camaraderie to improve mental health and prevent veteran suicide. We all are great liars. We say everything's fine, but in fact, behind this facade, we have issues. And we isolate away from our friends. And this is an event to get people outside of that isolation and get them with other like-minded, twisted individuals like ourselves and, have a little fun. And that conversation you might have with the person you just met on that hike might have made the difference between them choosing different path, maybe committing suicide, and realizing that there's other like-minded people around here and I need to stick around. I think it's a great time, and we get a little silly, and again, we get a lot of look-ons from other people that have never seen people walking around in short shorts and boots and rucks and flags. And this is not a MAGA march, and we're not trying to take over anything. We get a lot of calls from the police. It's very interesting to see how the police handle all those calls. But we're here to get our friends together, enjoy that camaraderie we all enjoyed at one time and experienced, and make people realize that there's people there that's still out there that really care about you.
Bob, what about you? What do you think of when you think of Irreverent Warriors and how this has impacted you?
Well, for me, I come in as a civilian volunteer, and I started with Irreverent Warriors back in 2017. And my experience was just simply that, I had heard about the group from someone that was going to hikes down in the South. And, sadly for him, it didn't really turn out the right way. But when I found out that they were doing a hike here in Massachusetts, I thought, well, there's a good opportunity for my wife and I to get involved and to volunteer and give back that way, and to be a part of it, and to learn more about what it's like to really help and serve the military in any way that I could. So we went to that first hike in Boston in 2017, and we really didn't know what to expect, and probably were a little scared, coming into it. And now, it's been what, 5 years or so. I've done hikes, volunteered at hikes, through Boston, Milford, Connecticut, Savannah, Georgia, and my wife and I have really become a big part of the organization. But more important to us is how we see everybody, like Jim mentioned, how people interact with each other and how much it really does help the individuals on the hike. And that's what gives me kind of meaning to being there, is that, we know that we can have an impact, and we can make sure that these hikes do happen.
Now, one thing I want to go back and Gunny, I want your take on this is, how cool is it that a civilian, who never served? I mean, I went to San Diego. You may have gone to Paris Island, and I was the real Marine here. But all that being said, is you got a civilian coming in, not knowing what that even means, helping you out with this. What's that mean to what you're trying to do here?
We're trying to help civilians understand that what we're going through is not something that's easily explainable. Any experience you go through it defines you to some extent. We have had that experience of love and camaraderie and something greater than ourselves, and serving this country, willing to sacrifice our own lives for that. And it's a hard thing to explain to somebody that hasn't gone through that. So it is a challenge, but we're very fortunate to have the likes of Bob and his wife Val, who have been superstars. They're real patriots. They are people that have gone above and beyond for helping veterans with no reason other than to help veterans out. They've done amazing things, and very fortunate to have them as part of the team. They're both rock stars in my mind, and great people.
So we're on here tonight. The 8 o'clock show is still going to go, folks. Don't worry. Don't be concerned. But, guys, I got involved, or not really involved, but I got to know what IW was, Irreverent Warriors was, from, the Nashville crew and Mario Lima down in Puerto Rico. And it really was, when I went out and experienced my first hike, it really was, no one really cared what you were, where you served, how big, little, beautiful you were. It was, within the bounds of good taste, a lot of fun. And you could see that barriers were broken down. People started talking again. And it was really important during COVID to do this. So it's been a while since the Boston hike, happened. What are you all looking to do in terms of just the hike in general this weekend? Because you're doing something really special, I understand.
Yeah, so this year is going to be a little bit different, right? We're not in Boston. We're up in Concord and Lexington. And, part of the reason why is because, Boston's great. There's a lot of sights to see, but there's still separation when you're in Boston, right? You're crossing roads, you got traffic, you got tourists, you got people all over the place. And by getting outside of the city, we thought, hey, it brought us back to the mission of getting people together. So, and the other side of it is, by going to Lexington and Concord, we're talking about where this all started, right? The site of the American Revolution, being at Minuteman National Park, crossing that North Bridge, shots heard around the world. That really meant something to all of us in planning the hike, to say, remember why you're here.
Because no one else can say that. You could have an IW hike in London, and that's cool, but Lexington is like the birthplace, like the source, man, like the real deal. And you're kind of walking on like sacred ground, right? I mean, it's going to be, fun, but it's going to be really like surreal at the same time.
To think, in 1775, these patriots dropped their plows, picked up a rifle, and fought to defend this country from foreign enemies. And In Lexington, you'll see the battles in the very spot, like you're saying, Travis. We're going to walk on the very grounds where patriots took up against unsurmountable amounts of people and defended the British, and it defended a very large cache of weapons and equipment. We're going to be going through, walking on the very grounds and the very trails that our ancestors fought so we can enjoy freedom today. I get all chills just talking about it and
That's
thinking
what
about
I'm
it.
saying, Gunny.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
real.
I was a terminal lance corporal. You know, I wasn't a fuck up, but you know, my
Yeah.
job went away, and I got, you know, hey, you're a lance, you're terminal lance. Oh, and you're hurt too. Out you go. But it's like, and why wouldn't it be a Gunny putting this together? I mean, and what I'm trying to say, Gunny, is why shouldn't the Marine Corps be there doing this right now?
So let me say that, Travis, thank you. But I'm very humbled to have a great team. You know, the leadership lessons that you taught us in Marine Corps are very valuable. The 3 rules, right? Have a very clear mission. Surround yourself with people that are passionate about the mission. Get the hell out of the way while they complete it, while they know what to do. And I think that's how we've been successful between Bob and John and let's see, we got Ryan and Kevin and Val and Bob. That is how we've been successful. It is not about me. It's not about you. It's about the collective us that is that 1%. And I'm really excited and really fortunate to be involved in this organization, but more importantly, being involved in this hike on Saturday. I think it's going to be epic. And if you're not there, then you need to report to me why you're not there. You're getting the knife hand right now. You better stand by to stand by.
Well, and I'll add to that, Jim. I mean, you know, you talk about like the leadership team and the people. It's the people on the hike. I mean, like, you know, we were just talking before we went live about, you know, I think last count you gave me, I think it was 111, 112 people. It's the people, right? It's the reason why we're there. We can all, like, you know, put together a hike and say, yep, we're going to Lexington and Concord. It's going to be great. But unless people show up, it's not much of a hike. So the fact that, you know, that many people want to come out, want to be together, want to experience this together, that's what it's all about. Right? That's why we do it.
So how many people are you planning on having there on Saturday?
So if you asked me 2 weeks ago, well, how many weeks was it? We're in Norwich. 2 weeks, 3 weeks,
Yeah,
Bob?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago, we were at 50 people, and I'm freaking out, thinking, "Oh my gosh, we got all this logistics. We're planning for a large group." Bob said, "Relax. After this hike, the number is going to double." And sure enough, they have. We're at 111 right now. We still have open availability. If you want to go on the website or through our Facebook page, and you can join. If you want to just come and pay $5 or no money, it doesn't matter. We just want you to come on Saturday. We'd love to see you, and we just want to be part of this together.
Can one of you message me the URL or the link, and I'll put it in the chat right now?
You got it. I'm working.
Forgot to do that. So what time does the hike start on Saturday?
Registration starts at 07:30. It goes till, look at that, huh? The civilian coming through.
Been trained well, hasn't he?
Yes.
See, trained him well, right? So 07:30 to register, step off at 9 a.m.
Nice. And now the Nashville hike was like, I want to say 11 miles. And it felt longer because I swear to God, Zach and Andrew and whoever else was planning it found every hill in downtown Nashville to go up. Why, I don't know, but that's what it felt like. So how long's the hike?
Do we got to share that? No, it's so the hike's about 12 miles or so long. It's a little bit longer, but it's all flat, you know, and there's plenty of stops. So I think sometimes when we talk about distance, people get a little nervous. You know, God, I'm not ready for a marathon. I'm not in shape for this. We're walking 3 miles an hour. We're going slow. We're staying together. We're not leaving anybody behind. And, you know, we stop every few miles or so to collect ourselves and to get a break, get some snacks and some water. So nobody needs to feel like they can't make it. We'll get you there.
So go ahead, Kenny.
I'm just going to say one other thing is, the having Bob and Val part of the team gives a different perspective, right? Because you and I, Travis, we just get on the bus, even at, you had to be there at 1800. We be on the bus at 0600 waiting, and with all, the old hurry up and wait. And it would be, the tragic, people would just be complaining the whole way. Typical, embrace the suck,
Yeah.
right? That's what you expect. But Bob and Val have looked at it from an experience, right? How can we make the experience really good? And one of the things that they came up with is this itinerary. When you sign in, you're going to be given an itinerary of the day, how long we're going to be going for, how many miles it is, what we're going to do at the next stop. You're going to know everything. So this, I think, is the first, as I know it, of all the hikes where you're going to know what the itinerary is for the day. You're going to know where we're going to stop. There'll be porta potties, there'll be water, we're going to have lunch, and you're going to love lunch. If you like Chick-fil-A, then you will enjoy yourself, right? And we've been very blessed with the amount of companies and like people like Bob, right? Going out and ask them, hey, we're looking for donations. You want to help us? Okay. And if you don't ask, you don't get. So this is, I think, is going to be really good. And again, having Bob and Val out, not having military mantra of how things should be, I think this is going to make the experience even better.
Nice. So traditionally, hikes have like a pre-launch or pre-hike party, and everybody kind of gets to know each other. Are you doing anything like that for this one?
No. I'm kidding.
No?
Bob, tell
Tomorrow night, 6 to 8 p.m. at Scoreboards in Woburn. We've got a great event going there. They've got great food there, so we've got a buffet going for you, so we'll be there. Free food, you can't miss that. The bar's open, and after the party's over at 8 o'clock, hey, the place is still rocking. They got a live band coming on at 9, so and that's going to be right at our host hotel too, the Crown Plaza Woburn in Boston. So anybody that's staying, you got nowhere else to be, so we'll be there all night, and then ready to go in the morning.
And where's the meetup location for the hike in the morning?
Meetup location is at Revolution Hall. That's in Lexington.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
Gonna be, yeah. And so that's going to be where we start and where we end the hike.
Just the idea of that. I mean,
yeah.
The ghost of our forefathers, coming in this country, turn the coats red, if you know what I mean.
Well, we had a pretty good day at Revolution Hall, and there's a good video at Jim. Jim, tell them what we do at Revolution Hall.
So the nice thing about Revolution Hall, first of all, the food is fabulous. I was just there the other day. They also have taps. What do they got? Like 30 taps of like beer, wine, anything you want to drink. You go up, we're going to give you a card, like an ATM card. You're going to put the ATM card on the tap you want to drink, and it keeps track of how many ounces you've consumed. So that way you can keep track of it. So you want to put $20 on the card, at $20, when it ends, you've drank $20. But the nice thing is you can check out all 30 taps. So you don't have to get like a 12 ounce of this. You can taste a little of everything, figure out what you like, and then consume as much as you want.
Yeah,
so it's a really nice place.
You pour your own beer.
All right.
Yes.
And John Ellingwood put the link in for this event he said pregame Friday night. It looks like you guys have got all the bases covered.
Elroy is another key asset to our team. He's just like a great utilities guy. You ask him to do something, it gets done. No questions. Stuff is getting done. I love it.
So one of the things that, I've talked to the Nashville crew and the Knoxville and the Memphis guys, and, Mario's been on my show a couple times talking about Puerto Rico. And one of the things that they all say is that this experience and the training you get from IW has not just, made the hike what it is, but it's kind of like changed you all. How have you all changed through this?
Bob?
Oh, me. Well, like I said, I mean, for me, it's just feeling part of this community. It's not a community that I grew up in. My family didn't really, didn't serve. And, I think that when I started, like I said, I didn't really know anybody in the military. So to come into this environment, to be part of this crowd, it's like, being adopted into a new family, and it really feels that way a lot of times. So, I mean, we had a situation just at home today with our furnace was out, and, I reached out to Jim, and, we put the word out, and, before I knew it, 10 people contacted me with help.
That's
So
awesome.
they're all there, and like I said, and I'm not family. I'm the adopted child here, but they were there to help me. So yeah, it's changed. It's given me a group of people that I consider friends and family.
All right, so we have the links to the pregame, as John said, and the event in this chat. And this shall be up on Oscar Mike Radio. I'll put the links into the 312 show running here in a couple minutes. Renee says, can you speak about the memorial service taking place during the event? Renee says, I am proud to present the flag during the national anthem, and I also fixed the bugles so I can play taps. Tell me about that.
One of the things that we've done in prior hikes, and being old, it's great. You get to be reminded of all the things you did. I don't remember this, but I was told that at one time we read the names of the fallen. And so while you're just asking, I just got another text from another person of somebody's name that we will, at the ceremony in the center of Lexington, there's a really nice memorial area in the common. And we will read the names of those fallen, not only those in battle, but those who have passed away while we've been back home. And I think that's the real message I want people to know, is that it's okay to ask for help. It is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength, because you realize, we were always trained. You just suck it up. You just move through it, and you'll be fine. And you don't ask for help because that's just showing you that you're weak. Well, I'm telling you right now, that's bull. A sign of strength is asking for the help, getting the help, and leading by example. Because you talk to people and you say, hey, how you doing? Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, the typical stuff. It's a facade that we put on. But if you really ask, and you spend the extra time to check in on somebody and ask them how they're really doing, that might be the difference that makes a difference in somebody's lives. And I'll tell you, it's been a tough 8 months for myself. I've gone through a lot of issues with depression, and I've been very fortunate to have people like Bob and the team around to not only to pull my ass through it, but been there to support me, and and help, very helpful on this hike. And couldn't be happier than knowing that I have people like that around me. So it is a big game changer.
Yeah, and we're fortunate to have Renee coming with the flag to present colors, and he hooked us up with someone who's a wonderful singer, and she'll be there to sing the anthem for us, and pay our respects at that memorial. It'll be a great moment during the hike.
Awesome. So I just seen this organization change lives. I remember talking to Mama Bear about the arc and the goal for this, and how it was supposed to be done. I'll go back to Andrew Farr. Being involved in this changed his life. He got through Veterans Court, and now is state chaplain for the VFW in Tennessee. And it might be a hike to some people, but it's a way to, like you said, James, is to kind of get that extra help that you can't really quantify, right? So we have the pregame tomorrow night. The links are in this, and folks, the links are going to be in this. I'm going to put them again, and the show coming up here at 8:00, number 312. Don't miss that. So 0730 Revolution Hall in Lexington. And for all of us New Englanders, well, I'm a transplant, but still I know my history. We're walking and think about it, guys. They did this stuff with muskets. I reloaded a musket, right? It takes a minute, and it's a 50 caliber freaking ball of lead. So they pour the stuff down there, they tamp it in there like an artillery shell gunny, and then they got to be accurate for this thing. And we get mad if our M16s jam or M4s jam. I mean, how? And yeah, the British were getting ready to roll right over them. We played dirty.
Well,
We played dirty to win.
sometimes that's what you have to do. And, you think a show of force just by showing up is gonna change the game plan. Well, it all depends on the size of the aircraft carrier we're talking about. But just a show of people doesn't always make a difference. But I just want to also shout out to those Vietnam veterans and World War II veterans and even Korean veterans. If you hear this, I'm asking you to come out and say hello to us, because that would mean so much to us, because we have so much respect for what you guys have done. You guys have set the bar for us to perform to. You have set the bar for what we need to be as veterans, and it would be an honor to meet you. So if you're hearing this, we'd love for you to come out. You don't have to hike with us if you don't want to. Just come out and say hello. Come out and have lunch with us. Reach out to me through Facebook or however. I'll let you know the details. We'd love to have you.
Awesome. Awesome. So I have the links here. You can, I'll post them again. I'll post them again tomorrow, and, we'll figure out Saturday, but it's really exciting. The IW is doing this thing proper. And I love the logo too. The skeleton with the Patriot hat is pretty savage. I like that. And, oh yeah, can you get swag at the event, or is that an option?
So first of all, a shout out to Ben Stone. He is the artist behind all that stuff, and his creativity is just plain awesome. All right, it just like Bob said, you reach out and you get 10 people that will offer to help, and Ben has been fabulous. And out of fact, his company will be donating 4 tickets for the upcoming hockey game for those who show up. We will have some swag on sale for that day. We got limited amounts. We've ordered some additional stuff. Just remember, on Saturday it might be a little chilly in the morning, so bring layers. We will have some pullovers, and we also have ruck tags. So for those who are collecting those ruck tags, we have them for sale. And just make sure you bring cash. That will be the only thing. That's the only time you're going to need cash. Right, Bob? We've got everything covered at lunch.
Everything's covered. Hey, breakfast too. Dunkies in the morning. All right, Dunkin' Donuts, coffee, muffins. The Veterans Network at Comcast is hooking us up with that. And so we've got Dunkin' Donuts. We've got lunch, Chick-fil-A. We got pizza. And then, the afternoon meal, when we get done at Revolution Hall, there'll be plenty of food for everybody all day long.
Awesome. Well, I can't wait to see, what happens here. And, I'm so happy for you all. A lot went into getting this to this point. And so, hats off to, you all and your team and the people coming out for the hike. It's going to be a good weekend. So I'm just, my hats off to you, and congrats.
You're coming out there, right?
So I've got to come out there in the morning. And I got some stuff to figure out Saturday that work wise is, but I'm going to be there at 7:30 and until the step off at 9 for sure. And if I can work it to come back later that day, I will. Absolutely.
Okay.
But I want to come out there with my rig and get some, video, some shots, and talk to some people. So I'm going to be there at 7:30 on my motorcycle. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Sounds
awesome.
Good.
Well, gentlemen, as we say in Oscar Mike Radio, we are mission in flight. The missile comes off the rail. We say missile in flight. We're mission in flight. You guys are getting it done. You have no excuse. Just come out and see this, even if you don't hike, or, walking to the mailbox is a hump for you. Just come out and cheer the hikers on. Shake these guys' hands and their team. And I'm looking forward to giving you a nice big bear hug there, Gunny, okay?
Looking forward to it.
All right.
Love it.
Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
If you're not there, you better stand by to stand by. That's all I'm going to say. That's seriously, come out. You're important, and you need to be there. We want to see you. So do it.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. We're going to end this stream and get ready for all the festivities Friday and into Saturday. Thank you again.
Thanks, Travis. Thanks for hosting this.